from Newark, New Jersey. I don't know if I consider Newark itself home, but because all of my like immediate family is there, my brother and my mom, I guess I would consider it home. I also like my grandmother lives in New York, so I like would always go back and forth between the two. Like on the weekends, I would always be in New York. So I also consider that home as long as like I know my family. Okay, I'm not one of those people that say I like New York is my home because I'm from Jersey, but no, because I actually go between both. But anyway, yeah, I would say that anywhere that my family is, my grandma, my mom, my brother, my cousins, that's where home is for me.
For me, I guess I'm from Los Angeles, like that is home because like I love the whole city and like every part of it. Just I feel like it's such a part of like it made me who I am. So like I just call the whole thing home.
I feel like it's hard to rival New York / New Jersey. So,
New York first.
so
like how?
I don't know. It's a tie, I'd say.
I'd definitely definitely say LA more than Boston, but I do like Boston a lot. There's a lot of good things. My grandparents are here, so, but LA is definitely my home.
I've never dated anyone who wasn't black, and I don't know if that was so much of a choice as it was just that like growing up in Newark, New Jersey, everyone around me was like either black or Latino, so there wasn't many like non-minority options or non-like black options there. That being said, I feel like just because someone you date is black doesn't mean that like you're gonna get along any better or agree fundamentally on issues. I feel like I do enjoy dating someone that's black, and in the future, like I feel like it's something that's very important in terms of like being able to discuss certain matters that matter to you and knowing that those issues matter to the other person just as much simply because you guys are both black and simply because you go through the same things.
Here's the first person I've dated who is black, and it's just more or less the same thing of just what was around me growing up and growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood and a predominantly white high school. It was just kind of like what it was, and it never really was anything about like race as much as it was just like being comfortable, I guess, socially. But as I've become older or just thought about things more, I think the importance of dating someone who is of your same race can't be like understated in the ways that there are just certain things that like you don't want to like have to go through alone, I guess, or have to take alone. Like I was talking last year after the election with my coach, and he was talking about how he like put his daughters to bed and said like you're gonna wake up and have a woman president, and I was thinking like if I was in that position and then I had to go wake up that next morning and like explain that news to my children, like who would I want to do that with? And like it's those kind of like how do you want to tackle those life problems and who you want to tackle them with, I guess.
I didn't really have like a solid relationship like to model my like relationships off of, because like my mom and my dad were divorced since I was like 2, I think. So I only really grew up with a single mom. So I guess relationship wise, like all movies and TV shows and like my friends who were in relationships in high school, which were relationships, but So I feel like that was basically like my idea of a relationship. But overall, I feel like I was really coming into it kind of just open-mindedly because I really didn't have a solid base to like model this off of. So kind of just going with the flow, seeing what happens.
I think I learned about relationships from my parents, but like not obviously like it is like the most prominent relationship in my life. So I saw them a lot and probably learned a lot subconsciously from them. But I think it's more about like the values that they taught me and then the way that I use those to attack relationships, because like just a lot of like what exists in a marriage is not like feasible to translate in high school and college and like your everyday life. So it's more from that with more, I guess, like movies and TV shows, songs, things like that.
How long have you two been together?
8 months.
8 months, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
gonna tell the story. So it started on Tinder.
I hate this story.
And so okay, my Tinder like bio was that I look better in what was it? It was
You say you won't?
I don't look better in person, right?
Yeah.
So that was my Tinder bio. So he comments and he's like, granted, you do look pretty fly in your photos. I'm still willing to bet you look better in person. So I was like, I'd hate to disappoint you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, there's only one way to find out. Let's go on a date. So I dubbed him. And I was like, nah. Because I think I said that I wasn't on campus, that I went home. I was actually still on campus. I just lied. But so then I was like, when I get back to campus, and he was like, okay, cool. And that was before winter break last year. So he just like forgot about it. And then we came back, and like I would see him in DeWitt and stuff.
Like, it's fine.
What was that?
I didn't forget about it.
Okay, I guess he didn't forget about it, but he didn't hit me up again.
Think of that.
And yeah, so we would see each other in DeWitt and stuff. We wouldn't say anything because I haven't like formally met him. And then there was this party in Capon. You wanna pick it up from there?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we just kind of. I saw her at the party, and then I was like, "Are you Akira?" And she was like, "Yes." "Are you Miles?" And then we were talking, and then we exchanged numbers, and then we just started hanging out from there. And yeah, pretty much from there it was just hanging out almost like every day since then.
Almost. It was like a short establishing like talking period or whatever. I think we were talking for like
a couple weeks.
Yeah, like maybe like 2 weeks. And then he just asked me to be his girlfriend. I was like, sure. So my favorite memory was when we were in New York, and he met my like brother and my cousin, and we were all kind of just hanging out. Cause my brother and my cousin are the closest like male figures to me. I feel like they in a way really raised me, and just having like the 3 most important men in my life like all together in one spot and all just like laughing and getting along. Like I feel like that was my favorite memory. It just made me really happy.
The first time we hung out, yeah, after we met, like we were watching a movie in my room, and then she wanted to be louder, and I went to put the volume on my TV, and I put it down quieter instead of louder on accident because I forgot which way it was up, and then she like had an attitude like, oh, she's just gonna put it down quieter, and I said make it louder, and I was just like really like, all right, like this is the first time, like just kind of like take it a little like try and be more polite, and she was like, boom, and I was like, all right, fine.
I don't remember that at all. That's hilarious. That's your favorite memory, the first time I was rude to you?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I consider myself an artist. I feel like I do a lot of artistic things, but I don't think I'm good at any one of them to consider myself an artist. I feel like you have to reach a certain level, or I would have to reach a certain level to consider myself an artist. And I step, I sing a little,
When?
When I'm by myself and not judged by others.
I guess I consider myself an artist. I mean, I make music, so yeah, in that case, I consider myself an artist. And
Honor Among Thieves, check it out, SoundCloud now.
That is my new mixtape. Thank you.
You're welcome. Shameless plug. I guess I could say I express myself through step. It's a great way to like release a lot of emotions. I don't know if I can like specifically show like myself individually, because when you're stepping as a team, and like the point is to do everything in unison and sound like a one stepper. So my individuality in that sense doesn't come out, but you can definitely release a lot of emotions that you're feeling, and I think it's very evident like when we're stepping that you can see like in all of our face changes that like that emotional release is just like there. So that's a great way.
So much time together, especially like last year when we were like feeling our relationship out, we spent a lot more time together, and like this year we both tried to be more social, and our social circles are kind of different and like kind of overlap in different ways too, so it's interesting, I think, balancing that and like both of us making new friends and like interacting in new places.
I also think like in the beginning of a relationship, of course, like it's a little like I guess difficult to date on campus because like everyone knows everything somehow about your relationship. Like that kind of like died down like later in the semester, but like when it's like new, I guess everyone like wants to like talk about it. But yeah, going off of what he said about like trying to balance like friendships with your relationship, it was a little difficult at first because you're also like trying to get to know someone new, and if they're not in your immediate friend group, then it's like kind of hard to like do both at the same time. But we're getting better at it. I'm going to a lot of his like football stuff, and like he hangs out with my friends sometimes, so it's all a balancing act. What do you like about me?
You're going first, I thought.
No, this is your question. You got this.
My question. I have to go first. I don't like her sense of humor because she's not
The
funny.
question wasn't what I don't like.
I just had to get that out of the way first.
Go ahead.
Because she just said like they were really funny, but I think that was more directed about me and less about her. But it's okay. You have other qualities. You're very supportive.
Aw.
I don't know. We hang out a lot, and you just like you're always just like down to do like whatever, and it's just like because it's us, it's fun, and sometimes it's not fun stuff, but we make it fun. I think that's probably the thing I like the most.
Things I like about you. You're funny, you don't let it get to your head. You're also supportive. You're smart. I feel like you teach me a lot of things that, you know, I feel like I wouldn't learn if I wasn't with you. I like all of our discussions and conversations. I feel like we disagree a lot, but, you know, you make me see like other sides of things that I wouldn't usually see. You cute or whatever.
Cute. Obviously, you're cute. Just forget it.
I know. But thanks.
Never mind.
Okay.
Take it back. Can
You're being mad cheesy,
can you
like.
scratch that? Thanks.
For me, I think love is kind of just like always wanting to like be in the presence of the person, feeling like a better person when you're with them, and like just having fun, like no matter what you're doing, like you could be like sitting down, like literally just eating cereal or something, and like you don't feel like you want to be anywhere else.
I think it's just like just being like just the feeling that I have when we're together, and just how it's like not like anything else, I guess. And one of the things where like your moods are almost like intertwined in a way where like you can only be like if I was really happy and she was really sad, like I wouldn't really be that happy, or like vice versa, or like I only like really be happy if like we were both happy, or something like
I
that.
feel that.
So, is she better looking in pictures? Or I had to bring drama in.
Definitely was
Okay.
fooled by the picture.
Wow.
definitely got fooled.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's alright because she has a good heart. She's
Wow.
beautiful on the inside.
Oh, you're stuck with me, so.
More or less.